Well, good morning, good
How are you
sir.
today?
I'm well. The
Cool.
cold is finally lifted here.
Yeah, it's still a little cold, but we're getting there.
Well, it's
Yeah.
supposed to be -1 today. That's reasonable.
Yeah. I watched back the last one and I was wearing a wife beater while I was talking about how cold it was.
Yep.
I was like, I'm gonna look like a real jackass.
It seemed like cold is like 14 above
Yeah, exactly.
and
So,
sunny, I
as
guess.
long as it's not minus 20 to 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take not -30.
Yeah.
So again, we will ask for more fan
Yes,
submissions.
more fan submissions, please. I've gotten a few, but we're trying to get quite a few of these. So
Yeah, because
yeah.
we'd love to move over to a lot of that.
Yeah, exactly. That'll be a lot more fun, I think.
Yeah. So the link is going to be below. Yeah, just feel free to send them on over, and we'll have a good old probably laugh at them.
Yeah, probably gonna laugh pretty good. Yeah.
More than likely. All right, so today we're going to keep in the world of TikTok, something that you know a great deal about.
I do.
Yep, weirdly enough. So we're going to do some Blackwork from TikTok, which you are 50% of.
Yeah, I've got a lot on there.
Yeah, if you search Blackwork tattoo in TikTok, 50% of it is
I
you.
owned that tag for like a year and a half. I
Yeah.
had everything and tattooed guys and ink. That any of those tags, I was like the number one for like the first 20 pictures, I think.
Yeah, it was actually hard to find stuff that wasn't you. And we'll have a whole segment. We'll have a whole segment at another point. That might just all be you.
Oh, good.
So, have a look-see.
Oh my. Well, this doesn't look good. Oh, I've seen this. I think I know who did this, but I don't know who it's on or anything like that. Yeah, this is something that like I've never had mine done this way.
Yep.
But the problem with this is it's just a big mess in there.
Yeah.
And you're not really gonna know what that's gonna look like until it's over. Because the way the ink attaches itself to every crevasse in the belly button.
Yep.
You really can't tell what you got till it's sealed.
Yeah.
That's why, like other things like knuckles and stuff, you kind of have to do this more than once.
Yeah.
You want it to be really cool. Mine's due for another go.
Your belly button is?
Yeah.
Well, that's fair.
Just the very deep inside of it. Everything else is done, but that deep inside.
I had one question.
Yeah.
Notice the size of Mag.
Yeah. Can barely
the
get
shape
in.
of a belly button, that's not conducive.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you would have trouble getting real far in there, I would think.
Yeah.
That's got to be what. That's more than.
That looks like a 45 or something like that. 49.
49er. Nothing finer than a 49er.
Exactly.
That's a hashtag. Did you know that?
I didn't. Why?
Yeah.
What's
for
it
black
for?
workers.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
A
okay.
lot of them use those super huge mags.
Well, we got another one of those coming up. Slightly bigger.
I've seen this one too. This is one that trends pretty hard. The old 112 mag.
I kind of want to order one of these.
I've seen this make an appearance a few times.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like a hello there, my old friend
Yep.
kind of thing. Like I'm back again. What am I doing this time?
I really want to know what this feels like.
There was one where this thing was working on like an old, badly done traditional portrait. It was almost like it was killing it.
Oh, weird.
It was a really gruesome video.
That's cool.
Yeah, I would like to know what that feels like, but I have an idea what it would feel like.
More broad.
Yeah, I just think that this would do a lot of damage to an area, you know?
See, but the thing is like the more needles in like wider spread, it's supposed to be less traumatic.
I know. It looks like almost like a blunt force instrument, you know?
Well, it does have to force a good amount of skin down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it probably feels quite bruisey.
Yeah, well, that's what mags are like anyway. Like I was telling Sarah the other day, like the difference in regular tattooing versus like blackout is at the end of it, I feel like sunburned or like raked with a regular tattoo. But with a blackout tattoo, it always felt like I got worked over by a baseball bat or something.
Yeah.
Like it's just a different
Blunt force trauma.
Yeah, it's a different trauma.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
feels
definitely.
way different.
Yeah.
So.
I agree with that. And this was a good little amalgamation.
Oh, I haven't seen this one.
Oh, good.
This looks fun. Oh. You know, I gotta tell you, I don't love that finish. I hope she's doing more.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
I just think it would look cooler if you bring it up onto the shoulder,
Yeah.
like up more onto the chest area.
Yeah, I agree.
Personally, like it
Yeah, the
just
top of
looks
the
so-
shoulder, you need to get up there.
It's just such a a weird finish for me. I see a lot of black arms that finish this way. And all I would ask is that you do some kind of a cool filigree kind of border, or like a tattered look or something. Just something to make it look not so like, whoa, here's a
Why
slice
is
of
the
black.
hard line so popular with this crew?
I have no idea. I hate it.
Yeah?
I hate the hard line. Unless it's going to be done on like a cool angle or something.
Yeah.
But like this straight hard line just doesn't do it for me.
Man, that's fair.
It's really easy to do something with though, and if you like it, go for it. But
Yep.
like I would have gone a little more creative, like do something. I would do filigree personally.
Yeah.
If I was just gonna do one black arm and call it a day, it would be a filigree frame.
Yeah, filigree's always a good choice.
I think so.
Yeah. And
Oh boy, yeah, I've seen this one too. This again, just the way the skin jiggles, hey?
yeah.
It's almost hypnotic.
Oh, definitely hypnotic.
Trance-like. And clearly we're fixing up some old black that didn't work. This is one of my favorite things to talk about with blackouts is like, everyone thinks it's shit, but you want to see some bad blackouts. Like I've seen much worse than this one,
Oh yeah.
where there's almost no black ink and it's like all scarred.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who was it? 3K Roos or whatever, how you say his name.
Yep.
He posted one time where there was more scar than there was ink.
Yeah.
It was literally just black and like white scar marks.
Well, I watched
Full arm blackout.
one that I wanted to try and find again, but I couldn't for this round. But it was someone that was just kind of like they were blacking out their own hand in portions, kind of like around
Yeah.
existing tattoos. Obviously a tattooer, and the way they were doing it kind of drove me nuts. Which is like the way that someone tattoos themselves if they're afraid of the pain,
Yeah.
where it's like you kind of speed through and like do a one pass kind of thing.
Yeah.
Whereas like color packing in general
You have
is
to be
slow,
thorough.
methodical, and horrible. Like it's painful. But like this one, I was just one of those like, oh well, that's gonna heal like shit.
Yeah. At the end of it, there's going to be all kinds of holes in it.
Yeah.
Like, there'll
And
be
you're
all...
gonna have to do it 9 times,
Yep.
and each time is not gonna be great.
No.
So.
And it's not going to look smooth either, or else you're going to have to redo everything.
Yeah.
Because like that's what we were doing. Like anytime Lee would touch up my arm, he'd have to touch up everything, or else it's gonna look like completely off.
Yeah.
There's gonna be parts that look fresh and patchy. That's what happened when Rick did that little bit of touch up on my arm. We didn't blend the area, and I had like patchiness for a while.
Yep.
It was driving me nuts.
Oh, I don't doubt
We,
that.
we fixed it. It's good, but like you can't do that with blackout.
No.
One
Yeah.
big body of work has to be blended.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not blending it, and if you're not thorough, you're gonna end up with a patchy mess.
Yep.
Which is what this here is.
Yeah, the
what we're
original
talking
that he's
about.
covering.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
I'm glad that someone's doing something about it. You know?
Yeah.
And then just a gooey hand.
Yeah. That's too gooey, for sure. Dry that bad boy up.
I just love how much hands swell.
Oh, I know. I had a guy recently ask me about pocketing because he had like weird like little moisture bubbles on his fingers and stuff.
Yeah.
And he's like, I can't keep black ink in my fingers. So I was like, you got to dry that up. Because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had those the first time I ever did my finger blackouts. I
Yeah.
had like these bubbles that would just ooze ink.
Yeah.
And it's because I was using aftercare.
Yeah.
That's and not even a lot.
The hand is just a different beast, man.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people don't understand. And it's getting so much more common that people are asking for things on their hands or their fingers or whatever, and they have no experience with healing other areas. And then
Mhm.
it comes to this area, and then they're shocked at what happens.
Well, I had finger tattoos. Like I had script knuckles
Mm-hmm.
and far knuckles and little bats and kitchen knives on my thumbs. Like,
As
I
you
had
should.
my fingers tattooed for a long time.
Yep.
But blackout was a different thing.
Yeah.
Like the amount of trauma done and the holes in the skin, all that moisture would get underneath and it would bubble up out.
Ooh, weird.
And then those areas would just seep black ink.
Yeah.
It was really weird because it wasn't infected.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything like it looked like to the outside eye. It would look like it was probably infected.
Well, it's inflammation,
Yeah,
and inflammation's pushing out the trauma, which is the
Yeah.
ink.
they just made these weird bubbles.
That's probably kind of what happened to your foot too, with the amount of swelling.
Oh yeah,
Like too much inflammation, and then
yeah.
you know what I mean.
But yeah, I know. I would always recommend now dry healing finger
Yeah.
and hand tattoos personally.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's no real good way yet, and that's the best I've found.
That's the best I've found.
You know what I mean? Like I've heard of like Sanoderm talking about doing a glove
I would be interested to try that if it gave me some functionality.
Yeah.
Because, like, I just feel like I can't touch anything with my hand for
Yeah.
days.
I still think trying to dot blackout your hand next.
That would be
Like
a
we
good
do a
way.
finger at a time or something like that, where you just
It
dot
would
out
be a
areas.
long day at the office if you tried to do it all.
Uh huh. Yeah.
Hey, Rick, you got 8.5 hours?
Honestly, I would just say tack a finger onto
Yeah.
each day. You know what I mean? Like each week you're here or whatever.
Oh, this right one's got to go again. The left's holding up, but
Yep.
the right one's got to
But
go.
I just think like getting into those knuckle grooves and things like that, I think dots might be the answer.
Sometimes the sides of the fingers, too, are really hard.
Yeah.
Just such a different skin.
Oh yeah, man.
Calloused.
Well, our hands and the bottoms of our feet, they all regenerate faster.
Yeah.
Like it just does. And
Yeah.
we have to kind of accommodate that. You know what I mean?
Yep. You got to work on it differently for sure.